What's going on, YouTube? Y'all know who it is, and welcome back to the channel. Alright, so pretty much putting this video together as a kind of formality, just to cover how FL2K went, the issues we had with the car, and also, to kind of elaborate on the runs that we did get while we're down there. I know I'm getting a lot of comments asking how the car was, if it was running the same, how the other cars were running that I raced, i.e. the Lambo. So I'm going to be covering all that in this video. As you can see, the vets behind me getting taken apart. I'll also be elaborating on that as well. Elaborating on that as well. All right, so where do we start? So before FL2K, I think it was about a week and a half out. Took the car to Virginia Motorsports Park. All right, did 3 runs, 3 passes, and honestly, the car worked beautifully in my books. No limp mode, nothing crazy going on. Fueling was good, everything was good. So I pretty much called it good. And later that night, headed to another location, down in Mexico, and got a couple runs with a couple bikes. And in that run, the first and the second run, started pushing water out. Ended up doing 3 separate runs, push water out pretty much all runs. And typically for me, that spells that I lifted the heads. So I kind of knew what that meant. Came home, and I think I covered that on the last video where I retorqued the heads and gave it another try. Everything checked out, but the car was still running on the warmer side. So I knew for sure, hey, gaskets were compromised, probably down on power, but I just had a lot going on where, I already bought the Airbnb, just had everything like planned out. So I had rather make it down to FL2K with a hurt motor than, just to call it off and not even show up, right? So ordered the gaskets. They ended up not coming in time. So because I was like, okay, look, because I told myself if these gaskets were gonna show up beforehand, then I would just have the car taken apart. Once they showed up, slap it in, car the car good. And I was also multitasking with the truck as well. So it was definitely a busy time frame. We got the block back for the truck, and I pretty much had it in the truck running within 12 hours. Pretty much working in the rain, in the dark, using my flashlights. They were pretty shitty, but I was like, look, I gotta make this deadline. And pretty proud of myself for that, because it was definitely an aggressive goal. All right, so fast forward. We get to Florida, right? Got into some Mexico action before the track, right? Raced the TT Lambo, a couple more bikes, the Hellcat as well. The Hellcat actually raced them before and after the track event. The runs with the bikes, I noticed that the car was breaking up, right? And at first it wasn't consistent. Like it would do it with one run and then it wouldn't do it the other run. So I'm just like, okay, I definitely need to get this checked out. I definitely need to look at this. But it was literally the night before I was supposed to start driving down further south to the track. And all I did was pretty much like look at the tune, make sure, like I didn't fat finger anything, like nothing crazy was going on. I caught it good. Worst mistake. All right, so showed up to the track, got to the staging lanes. First hit, breaking up really bad. Second hit, even worse. Third hit, I was just like, yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna just call it quits and go figure out my issues. It just sucked because I couldn't, while we were at the track, because the hurricane was coming, they didn't really give us time to like, troubleshoot and stuff. So it was pretty much just like hot lapping, where they would call first round, second round, third round, and then just all over again. So I really didn't have time to, look at the stuff that I would have liked to look at, because I did have a spare spark plug, so that could have been an easy fix. But it would have been just a band-aid on whatever the real issues was. Because the rest of the other 7 cylinders were pretty conservative as far as fueling and timing mark. I summed it up to an issue with cylinder 2 specifically. More specifically, the injector cylinder 2, because it was definitely resulted from a lean condition. I put the car on the E pretty much since I bought it 4 years ago and never looked back, right? 3 years injectors in, maybe a year after that. So 3 years, same injectors, running full E, sometimes a blend of meth. And I never ran 93 through the injectors, never cleaned them out. So I just figured, okay, maybe it's just getting gunked up. So I ended up cleaning out the injectors, and I've been monitoring it since then. and cylinder 2 has not had any issues since then. So, you know, just the small stuff. So I would say, yeah, if you're running E, definitely get those injectors cleaned out every so often. I'm probably gonna do it maybe once every 6 months or so. Either I take it to a shop, or, you know, just something as simple as just running some brake cleaner through it. All right, and then so after the track, got into some more Mexico action. Reran the Hellcat, right? For the Lambo run, he wasn't building as much boost, so I definitely didn't get to see his car at the full potential. Obviously, I was breaking up as well, having thought about the lit mode issues, which is another conversation. But yeah, so try to get him to come back out before I left the area, and he was having oxygen sensor issues. So it was like, first was a boost issue, fixed that. Okay, let's set up another rerun, and then he ran into some more issues. So didn't get to see that happen. But I mean, definitely next time. I know my boy Rick with the orange TT Lambo that I tried to race a year ago, but then I was having issues and he was spinning. His should be getting done from the shop in the next maybe 3-4 months. So hopefully springtime, summertime next year, should be making like 17, 18. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough of that, but I mean, I'm always willing to try anything. And then apart from that, the race with the Pretty Performance C7, that was kind of a shit show. Went into lit mode the first run, and then second run wasn't bad. He got in front of me. Both runs he jumped. I think he went on 1. But I mean, everybody has their secret to winning, and I guess Pretty Performance's way is to just go on 1. But I heard that's a Miami thing as well. So yeah, the second run, I definitely was gaining some ground, but then he got in front of me, so I just let off. It is what it is. And then we got back, and the GTR pulled up, making like north of 2,000. C7 didn't want to race. I'm pushing water out, going into lit mode, all this crazy stuff. I'm just like, no, what, fuck it. You know, I'm already here. I'd rather have some fun, even though my car is not at 100%. You know, I don't have the money on the line, so why not race the GTR? And man, he left me like I threw it in reverse. But I mean, I don't know. You know, it's not every day that you got to, that you get to see a car moving that fast. So I was just like, fuck it, I do it. So yeah, so now we're back. I'm in the garage, and we are currently taking the heads off. We're gonna be doing a head gasket swap on the setup. And I'm not sure if I also highlighted, I was missing like 3-4 pounds of boost. Found some loose couplings, tightened that up. It kind of got better, but I'm gonna chuck the rest to obviously heads are lifting, so shit's not gonna run the same. Probably losing pressure between the head and the block. So I'm gonna flip this around and show y'all what I got going on. I've got most of the stuff out of the way. Only thing I have left now is gonna be the exhaust headers, and then the power steering bracket and power steering pump, and then the heads are pretty much ready to come off. The gaskets came in while I was gone, but I'm also gonna be changing directions. Here's how my tools got all rusty from working in the rain, trying to get that truck running. Then I have to replace that set. So actually, these are probably my 7th or my 8th set so far since I put the LSX block in. I've been going with the MLX X-ray gaskets, and I mean, I don't know. I just feel like between me not running half-inch studs and crazy amount of boost, it's just not holding. So I think in a more conservative setup, it probably would be the best option. But now I'm gonna give these fire rings a shot. So what I have here are SCE Vulcan gaskets, aka fire rings. And what it does is you pretty much line these rings up, obviously on the gasket properly, right? And then these rings are what's gonna seal that combustion, right? So that way combustion gases aren't escaping and going into your coolant passages. All right, so I'm probably gonna be putting adhesives on top of the composite areas, even though it does have a nice little bead lip to seal the water passages. I've just heard of people who did not have good luck with this gasket, so I'm gonna try to avoid that. But for what I understand, it seals up the combustion pretty good, right? The only iffy part is going to be the coolant passages. So hopefully with adhesive, maybe I'll put some Permatex on there. I don't know if I want to spray actual copper. I do have a can laying around, I think over there. It's my copper can next to the impact wrench. So yeah, so this is going to be the new thing that I want to try. All right, this is a 4.150 bore, compressed to 59,000 of an inch right there. All right, and you're gonna see how it goes. If at this point, if this doesn't hold up, then I'm probably gonna end up taking a block out, getting it drilled for 1/2 inch studs, and then just taking it from there. Because the last setup, the current gasket on the car is the longest that it's lasted, and that was a little bit over a year. In addition to running brand new custom aged 625 ARP head studs as well. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to work, and I'm actually gonna check in with y'all once I either have the heads ready to pull off or already have them off. Heads are off. Start with the passenger side. So passenger side, everything looks pretty good. So this side was not compromised. As you can see, it's pretty much perfect seal all around the combustion chamber, all the way through. And then you come to the driver's side. Youch. Move this out of the way. So you can see, let that focus. You can see the burn marks right here from where it was leaking and then escaping into the coolant passage, causing water to overflow from the reservoir. So driver's side, we have a leak on the block side, and as well, and that's cylinder 1, and then another leak on the head side on cylinder 3. Where is it? All right, so driver's side had a leak, block side cylinder 1, and head side cylinder 3. All this right here, especially in this area right here, you can see it. So I'm gonna I just wanted to show y'all that before I started cleaning everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna prep the deck, clean the studs out, and put the Permatex on the new head gaskets and start slapping it back in. And that's what the SCE gasket looks like. Just did a mock fit just to see what I'll be dealing with. Crazy how there's no material in there between each cylinder. Oh, Dalton's here too. You.
Hello. Hello, Governor.
Yeah, so I'm gonna now put the adhesive, sticky junk stuff wherever that's at, and I'm gonna slap this side in, and then do the passenger side.
Need weight reduction? Just get rid of your mirrors.
Okay. Actually, I didn't run the fucking what's this called? The rear view on the inside for like the past couple weeks. I just put it back on because I'm just like, yeah, only weighs like 20 pounds.
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna just put it back in. All right, everything's looking pretty good. We're gonna put the sticky shit on that side and full send. All right, we'll check back in with y'all once we get the heads on. Got the adhesives on there and about to slap the passenger side. That one. Sheesh. Looks a mess in here. Oh, and if you're wondering how we got it on there, fine dandy toothbrush. That's definitely good to reuse. Gonna want some brake cleaner through it and then throw it back on my girl's side. She won't tell the difference. What do you think? All right, bear with me here. It's been about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks since I had the cameras rolling, so I'm not really sure what I've covered and what I did not. So I'm gonna pretty much just give a brief rundown. So obviously did the SCE gaskets. He cycled the car. Let it run for about 20 minutes that first startup. Got it to operating temp. and then I let it cool down overnight. I did a cold retorque, and it definitely had a ton of movement on both banks. I torqued it back down to 110 foot-pounds, and then for the smaller boats, I believe I did 35 foot-pounds. ARP recommends 30, so you know, just what's that, 5%? Less than that, whatever. So I did 35 on the smaller ones, and then I actually took it out for some hits. I think I had about four hits on the setup, and then let it cool down. Then I warmed it up the next day. But this time, as soon as the car got up to operating temperature, I took it around the block, did a small hit. I actually did a hot retorque this time and still saw some movements. So did a hot retorque, and then the following day, after the car cooled down, I did a cold retorque just to make sure there were no any more movements, and it was still torqued good. So I slapped everything back together, and right now I'm going to flip this around to show y'all what we got going on. So those of y'all who's been following know that I've been having a limp mode issue. Flip the throttle body around, and it almost drives better. All right, so sanding it down in here, clean it up a little bit. Sanding it down in here, clean it up a little bit. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually, I guess you could say rigging, because from what I researched, with the Nick Williams 103, when you're commanding 100%, the blade itself might be past that. So it literally goes to where 100 is, and then it kind of starts closing back up on itself where it's like past the 100. So what I did was use my scanner, right? Use my scanner, and go to special functions here. I think it's idle. Okay, airflow. All right. And then I commanded 100%, right? Just to see where it was at. And I'm not really sure if the camera's gonna pick it up, but it is definitely a little past the max rotation. It's not too terrible, but you can tell that it's definitely off. All right, so what I did was I used a small ruler, right? And the snout on the throttle body, I don't know what breakdown this is, but it pretty much has tenths, 10 tenths. Okay, so the snout pretty much came up to a 4.1 and some change. So I knew that, well, I figured that the midway between from the blade to the top and then from the blade to the bottom would be like a 2.05, since the total is a 4.1. I pretty much played with the math until I got it to where it was almost even both ways, and that was at 97% throttle position. I don't know if you guys can see that. All right, so have that commanded open. Come in and measure, and it's, like I said, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but I'm measuring at the bottom of the blade itself, right? Measuring from the bottom of the blade. All right, just like that. And it's pretty spot on and it's pretty spot on when I did it that way. I don't know who else does it like that. Should have probably researched online how you can maybe eyeball it better or something. And like I said, I don't know who else does it that way, but they tell you don't open that by hand, but it'd be all right. So I'm going to go ahead and put the intake piping on, connect the meth line, and I think that's pretty much it. I'm ready to start it up. I got to run with a turbo 5.0, single turbo, big turbo, coming up here in a couple of days. So stay in the loop for that video. I'm going to be posting it more than likely after this video. All right, let me get buttoned up and get the car idling. Stay tuned. Let's go ahead and push this baby out and start her up. Yeah, that thing is super loud for no reason. I'm not sure if I also covered this. So I picked up a TR6060 transmission out of a 2010 Camaro. Right, and this is gonna be going on my Nissan, and I already went through and I started getting stuff together for the swap. So I'm gonna be throwing in my spare LS7, right? Spare LS7, Dragon Slayer crank, factory rods. I'm gonna be running forged pistons, probably white Seco, right? And original intake from the vet. I'm gonna be throwing that into my Nissan, and it was supposed to be a drift build, but I'm gonna be just throwing some slicks on it and then just calling it a day. So I'm shooting for 600, 650 to the wheel, all motor, and then just leave it as is and just try to get some runs with that. So that's what we got going on. The trans, I got it for about 25 out the door. Not bad. Not bad. Had 71,000 miles on it. So yeah, I'm definitely ready to just switch focus. Getting tired of just working on the vet. Right now it's running good, so I'm gonna just leave it as is. The initial plans for the winter was to get rid of the factory computer on the vet and run a hard tech, but I'm gonna just take a pause from the vet, get the Nissan running, and then we will reconvene on that later next year. And like always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all for the support. If you haven't already, you hit that subscribe button, like the video, share the videos, and I'll be seeing y'all on the next upload. Let me check up on my boy Chris. Got some toys in the neighborhood. Is that an S13? RX-8? Is that a 7? I think that's an 8. Could be wrong. C7. Looks like a Stingray. Grand Sport, actually. Race car garage right here. I'm just here for the free beers.
Already doing content.
Yeah, how yeah? What's going on? Hey, I didn't know you had some motherfucking drifters over there.
Oh yeah, that's fucking what's his name?
Cedric, okay.
Yeah.
What we got going on here? I'm just here for the free beers.
Yeah, everything.
Where the beer at?
Hey, beer? Yeah. Bring two, because I'm almost empty too. So got everything out. Now is a perfect time to inspect the crank and the walls. Okay. I think everything looks okay on the pistons. Like little bit of details here and there, but nothing like catastrophic. Like oh fuck.
Okay. You got them laid out over there.
But yeah, I got my whole fucking
workbench,
hustle. But yeah.
No, it's definitely a nice little setup. Nice little neighborhood. No speed bumps, smooth rides. I think I was on like 80.
You saw the tar marks in the floor?
Nah.
I just go that way or come that way.
Yeah. Hey, but so this is the LT4 block, right? This was a car in the last video. Alright. Turns out he heard McGrady was coming. So he limped the car out. Limped the car out on 7 cylinders. Yeah. Ended up that the car was hurt.
Yeah.
But full sent it anyway. Raced the what was that shit? The Evo. That was a good run. Where's the bottle opener for this?
Yeah, I think it's a Swiss one.
Okay.
I think the Evo was hurting as well, so that's why it was that close. To be honest.
Okay.
But, okay.
Okay. Damn. Yeah. You work pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty
for
fast.
stock CCs and everything, it's only like rods and pistons in there, OEM fucking specs.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. So
man plays no games. I'm telling you, why you here? Might as well just run a higher star converter.
I love the might as well
attitude about it.
Might as well, yeah. If you will be for that, you might as well a single.
Does it come stock like that?
No, that's an LME cover.
If I say it looks like it's almost Billet or something.
I hope you, my young Padawan.
Yeah.
He does have a K-Tech.
Yeah, that looks good.
It's gonna start draining.
Oh, good.
I have that shit there for.
That looks good.
Hell yeah. We're gonna need it.
Today's subject is slavery.
With a Puerto Rican on the back.
Hey, because I know he didn't come over here to have a good time. Came over here to slave me. So let's see what we got going on. I got the tools in the car, by the way.
All right, dude.
Yeah, fucking shit.
He helped me take the motor out.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
ARB, baby.
That shit was spinning so fast, you almost started the engine just now. Alright, so we got a guest appearance in the house, and he's
A hater? Oh,
talking shit already. Alright, so just to catch up on what we got going on here, try to pull the crank, the dampener out, and the snout on the tool actually snapped off and got lodged in the crank snout.
Super nice.
So yeah, now we gotta drill that out.
You don't have a punch? I will figure something out. I will get that fish out. I'm not giving up over there. Yeah.
Hey bro, you seen the neighbors? All those drift missiles over there?
Oh, they're pretty clean.
Yeah.
Actually, Ángel, allá tengo los punchers. Tráeme un martillo con unas pollitas, una caja. I better go get it.
Just make a hole to get it started or something?
Yeah, the little puncher. Esa misma. Yeah. He do knows.
So the last video? How you like it? It was all just chilling and stuff. No, like I just like how like we were able to like vibe, go raise, vibe some more, you know, just
It was better that way, man.
yeah.
That not gonna lie, the one with the North Carolina dudes or whatever, there was a lot of yapping.
Oh
They
yeah.
came up, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
I saw the one with the Florida guys. The one with the Florida guys.
Only posted that just kind of like instigate, just like that's the bullshit I be going through.
Bro, like for real, like in one of the chats they were talking about like, oh yeah, like the VA guys like embarrassed us or whatever. I was like under the impression like it went down differently, and then I watched the video, and then I was like,
Oh hell nah.
I was like, that's not what I heard. So,
Yeah.
I don't want to just punch it
The
through.
good thing is that on the snout, the threads don't start till like damn near like 3 inches in anyway. So is it moving?
No, he just soft.
Can't you unbolt the?
It punched so easy
outside?
because. Can I do what, brother?
No,
You
it,
can unbolt this, can't you?
it definitely.
It's not gonna come out.
Yeah, no.
Well, yeah, but this comes off.
Right, but it's not really in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not on the way.
Yeah, no, it's not really in the way because you'll still be that main hub. Some bullshit. But no, it definitely like when you punched it, like it went a little deeper. So it's not like crazy lodged in there.
Yeah, so I just need to make this little hole and find something to. I have a reverse thread, so I'm just gonna start. Actually, reverse thread is not gonna do too much, anyways. I think we'll see.
That might. You're going the wrong way. There you go.
Wait, you have reverse drill bits?
Yeah.
So
Is that what that is?
No, he's trying to make a hole first.
You know, shavings.
Someone
what
get
you don't want in your engine.
someone get this man some WD-40.
You have any WD-40?
You don't need to. These are the fucking titanium shit. As long as I don't go super fast.
I always lose up my drill.
If I go super fast, then I'm gonna strip this shit.
Wolverine claws.
Oh.
I said Wolverine claws. Type metal. So what's going on with your car? I heard you were tearing it down and stuff.
Huh?
I heard you were tearing it down.
Yeah, I've been lazy though. And this dude's like, yo, let's pull an engine, bro. Let's pull an engine. I'm like, okay.
Mine is apart right now too.
Who's this? Me?
Oh, is it?
Fuck you.
We can take apart.
Fucking raced a couple bikes last weekend. Put some water out. So
Some
Right.
water out what?
out of my coolant reservoir. So lifted ahead essentially. But I tried to replicate it. So I pumped 150 psi of air through the spark plug hose, and it didn't push any water out. So it kind of like sealed itself in a sense. So I'm gonna go through and just retorque the heads, and then do a pull and see if it holds.
Mine was doing the same thing. And I did a lead down test too.
Yeah.
And it didn't show anything either. And then when I pulled the head, I could see it on there. So it was just lifting under pressure.
Yeah.
I ended up O-ring in the block. So.
Yeah.
You guys usually do that, or you guys usually don't need to?
So for me, I mean, I feel like any motor would definitely benefit from that. But the way that my cylinders are set up, it's like a pretty big bore. So like on the deck, it looks like you could probably get away with like doing an O-ring, but then on the gasket side of it, it's just like really thin on the gasket. Because I'm running a 4.125 bore, but I'm running a 4.165 gasket. So like the gasket probably wouldn't.
I mean, I rock
I mean, your bores are smaller though, so you probably have a ton of
86 mil.
Yeah. So you probably have a ton of meat, between those cylinders.
As you go bigger and bore, then you start having like issues with it, but
yeah.
So I mean,
I can see it.
like this. But yeah. I don't know how close your cylinders are together, but it's very similar to this. But then I rock that. Mine are copper. This stuff is good stuff. I don't know if you ever used it
from a text or whatever.
Yeah. I ended up. So this is a stock Evo 9 head gasket, and then
just like sprayed it on top of it or whatever.
Yeah, on top of the O-rings. So it's an MLS gasket, the O-rings, the MLS on top, and then just to be on the safe side, that. Because all the boosts I run, and I mean, you run pretty decent boosts.
30 pounds? Yeah. And then you haven't had an issue since then, huh?
Not with the head lifting or anything.
So what did we learn from this experience? Don't buy cheap shit. Woo!
Don't buy it.
AutoZone special.
Fuck. I'm going through it, but I'm kind of like, taking my time. I don't want to fucking full send it and then hit something else and start crying for the night.
That 12-pack of beer is going to be gone real fast.
Oh, I thought it was gone already.
It's coming.
That's what she said. That's actually how he broke it. Because, he had, stuck that fucking shit in there and he was just like, oh, come on.
So how
I was like, God damn.
How am I gonna get that piece out?
Just like that. Just muscle fucking it.
Kids, bro. He just sticks it in and hopes for the best.
Any luck?
Yeah, he's very close. I just need to keep playing with it. It is. Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Oh. Someone get him some. We could probably reuse that again. Honestly.
I think it's got one more go. You got it out.
How's it look?
A lot of metal, but clean inside.
That's
Just
fine.
right there.
Yeah.
Let me see. Can you see it now?
Yeah, that's it. Golly. All right. That was almost a new crank.
Almost a 416. I mean,
hey,
shit.
Shove it back in there.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Let me get the thing. Okay.
An hour later.
Yeah.
An hour later.
You want this?
Woo! Oh yeah, that's not bad.
Damn.
And how does the face look on the snout? Good?
Oh damn, bro, we fucked it up.
Shut up.
Oh, now it bothers you, huh?
Nah, that's good. That's mint.
That looks good.
That's mint. I could stick my dick in there.
There's a lot of space in there still.
A lot of room to go. Alright. Damn, dog. If we ain't get shit done tonight, at least we got that off.
That shit.
Well, now I people can. Now the fun part starts.
God damn.
That baby wasn't there, babe.
You want these washers in this bucket?
Hey.
I want this watch.
Yes. I was just like, it's crazy that you would think that something like LT4 supercharged out of factory wouldn't be keyed. It is keyed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, but it's not double key.
No.
No. It just has like a regular Woodruff key.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking about, but it's still press fit.
Yeah.
Check. Inspect the snout on that shit.
Yeah.
What just happened?
The shit fell off the table.
Oh shit! My bad.
He owns me the whole fucking back of his
Damn. All right, so had a couple of hiccups. The tool we had didn't work to pull the valve springs out, but we got the balancer off, so that's good. I'm gonna call it a night here. It's getting pretty late.
Yeah.
Who has a phone?
I'm gonna go ahead and take the foam cover off and pull the cam off.
Are you throwing it back in the bag? Fuck, it's still edible, right?
I mean, the shell is touching
yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, fuck it.
Bro, I'm gonna eat this shit.